Hello, it's Simone, your favorite neighborhood nerd. It is Saturday morning. I am on my typical weekend morning walk with Max. And of course, I did not bring my camera because it's just a short one. But I am so excited because today's going to be a hot day. Looks like there's people coming, but no. Just dogs barking. And that means that there's no reason for me to go outside and burn, but to sit at my desk all day long and play. And I've been missing this for the longest time. Last week I was busy volunteering, cheering on my husband at a race, and you will probably have seen my hike with me video, the 2 hiking fails that I started. I'm still debating whether I want to go back tomorrow. If I am going, I need to go really early. So I don't know if I can muster that energy. I haven't journaled in a week. Probably longer even. I have gotten quite a bit of new things that I want to use. So I don't know what I'm going to do, what I'm going to feel like once I get back home, but I have all day to do all the things and I'm so excited. Let me do a quick temperature check because I feel like it's already so warm. The breeze is still cool, but you can hear it from my breathing that I'm not in shape anymore at all. So maybe tomorrow, hiking tomorrow would be a good thing. Well, you will see it if I do. All right, it is currently 16 degrees Celsius or 69 degrees Fahrenheit with a high of 32 degrees Celsius and 89 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're not going to go over the 90s yet, but maybe. Maybe I'll need to turn on the air conditioning too. Okay, so here we are, as usual. I've shared quite a few videos from this specific spot already. I don't want to shake you up too much, so I'm going to change to the desk and I'll see you there. So instead of going with my agenda, I'm just going to do some damage control. I have a basket right here with stuff that I brought up and down all of this past week and did not use at all. I also have another basket with stuff, and we're just going to go for a little while and see where we get. And then we'll have another snippets from my desk video another time. I would love to get to a point where I can just simply go and sit down and journal. This, by the way, I don't know if your cats are like mine. They eat all the tape and all the washi. I wanted to save this. This was around a package that Jeffrey sent me when I purchased another monarch nib. Yes. Most likely there will be another video soon about that, but I need to dig my way to it before I can film a video about it. But I want to save that washi tape because it is just so cute. And there's already cat hair on it. So that's just how this goes. I wanted to put it on an old gift card. and then put it in here. This is my ephemera thing. It's fat. I just recently shared a video about how I organized it, what I have in here. Yeah, it is, I really like it. I would love to get all of these things. What I realized is that I can cut them down and put them into these things so that I don't have to fussy cut them and stick them into a sticker release paper. I can just make them smaller and stick them into this holder here. But, you know, I'm taking my time. And another thing that I probably have to do sometime soon is to just go through and take out everything that I have not used up yet, that has been in there for a long time. I'm also trying to move, oh, this doesn't even go here. This is my currently inked. This is my YouTube notebook that I have had since I actually had a schedule in the front here. And I do love the B6 Stalogy notebook for that. I like the big grid, and it's really easy to pencil in a monthly layout like this. So let's see what I numbered the pages at one point, not anymore. 2020, 2021. Wow. I think this is Vinta Sandugo. This is where I used this as a bullet journal specifically for social media. Yeah, I was ambitious at one point. But unfortunately, there's no year in here. Maybe 2022, so it is 2025 now. And this is all the notes I took so far. There's like 5 or 6 pages left. And I will probably be moving into something else then. But this was a really good book for that. So I want to move because I have this IKEA cart that in theory I would love to have my journals in. But for some reason, I always ditch them on my table. So I thought I could go back to using this basket here. You can see this. And put them all in here and put them onto my kitchen island thing that I have next to my desk. Maybe that is a good idea. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I should just go back to where I was before. Let me show you why I am what I did. So I bought this awesome cover here so that I could put my laptop up there, move it over here, and use this as a desk to watch YouTube. But that meant that this piece here is where I had my notebook standing upright inside that was up here, had to move down here, and now this isn't accessible enough anymore so I can actually successfully use it. But what am I using this cart for then is the question. So maybe I should just move stuff back. How often am I sitting in here using this as a desk to justify moving all of this around? Maybe this was a nice idea, but it's not gonna work. Maybe that's where I need to go with my thoughts. I think that is exactly where I need to go. So I am going to move all of this back. Here we go. This is it. Thanks for talking this through with me. This is how I like having it. I've had this for a while, and this is the most successful way for me to be able to keep notebooks off my desk is to have them in a cart standing like on a shelf, but just even closer to me. so I can keep them off my table and keep that less cluttered, which obviously isn't true, but you know, I can try. I'm on and off using my planner this year. This is for Jeffrey. So here's some video ideas I took down. Video ideas. But I also thought that maybe swapping ephemera would be a good idea for a snippets video. But I feel like I have so many things that I want to film. I don't know if that takes priority. I actually went into my journal here and into my planner. This is when my life is so full and I notice that I cannot remember stuff. Then I use a different color and put in memories that I want to not forget. Maybe I can leave this up here, right there. So this is going to go on my shelf, even if there is more stuff coming. I can pull it back out. These are cards that I use as pencil boards. This one needs to go away, So I have these elastics that I use as notebook closures. There's so much stuff here that needs to be put away. So, okay. This one is one of the notebooks. Okay, so quick sip of water. Let's check when the last time was. It's almost July. And so here is where I stopped on the 17th. We are currently, I think, Saturday the 28th. So yeah, I do have quite a bit of stuff that I would love to document still. So maybe I can take you along and maybe not. We will see. That is also a video that I would like to film. So maybe I can put that in here as well. First half journal flip. Max is snoring in the background, so that can go. There is usually a thing around here, but I don't really need it right now because I cut it down. This is usually a 2025 planner. I took out all the signatures after June 30th. So this goes to the middle of July somewhere, and then it's done. And then I was preparing for a mid-year planner stack video, so I brought this one out. I'm currently not using. If you've heard about my story, I lost my camera this last weekend and I got it back. I'm so excited. So it takes a long time. It does connect wirelessly to my phone. There's an app, but it takes forever to get those videos off. So I am just taking out the SD card and putting it into my computer right away. All right, what else is here? All of my fountain pens that I haven't touched in ages because I'm not journaling, I'm not sending any letters. I really love this pen pouch, actually. I didn't think as I told you before, when I shared it on YouTube, the leather is different too. This is more soft, this is stiffer. I was going to move the contents from here over to here, but I have found that I actually like this, the tight fit of this, the size of this, the way this is set up, that even though I thought I wanted to go bigger, once I had the bigger thing, the minute I set it up, I realized, no, that's not what I want to do. There is more stuff. Oh yeah, here. So I did something. So I did this. I made a folded nib. Let's dig into this one. Where is my ink journal? There. This is all the new stuff. There is envelopes and addresses in there, so I don't really want to take that out. But I went in here and stuck this printable that I found. It is, if you go to the folded nib video that I made, I added 2 videos that were most helpful to me when I researched folded pens, folded nibs. And these instructions, this printable, is from the maker of the first video that I linked. I did not want to, maybe I can check and find the blog post where this was downloadable, so you don't have to click to the video, to the blog post, blah, blah, blah. But that is where I got this from, and this is the template that I cut to size so I could put it into a nib holder. Here you go. I hopefully can link all of the videos that I'm talking about right now in the description box down below or in the cards up above. But I'm not done yet. I think this was a first good try. Now I want to go and see if I can find either brass or aluminum flashing, and then want to continue exploring that option. Yeah, so I decided that this would be perfectly well placed in here. Oh, I also made June. I need to update this, so maybe I can do that right now. I'm not even, I have no idea if I bought something else in between. Yes, I did. Let me grab this. So June something. Do I have a record of when I got that? In a White Bear Pens. Ursa Miner Pride. So then I used to have a buffer of about $300-ish that I didn't want to drain from my stationery budget for impulse purchases, and I did drain them all out because I bought a monarch nib. So I got a monarch nib, and that was just this Tuesday. So what was Tuesday? What date was Tuesday? Oh, maybe I can find. I would think that this was June 10th. Even if it's not June 10th, that's fine. And then Monday. That's when I was so annoyed with myself that I wasn't even able to appreciate this new thing. In Monarch, in Fine. And then on, I think Tuesday, I got a lot of mail this week. Tuesday, 24th, I got in the new Mayfair. Oh my gosh. I wrote it down here. Mayfair Arkenstone. No nib. I got 2 new parallel nibs in, but I'm not gonna count them. I know I don't want to, like, this doesn't count and this doesn't count, but I actually am going to remove the grip section and put it on a different pen that I'm counting in here, because yesterday, June 27th, 2025, I got in 2 items, 2 things from Benu, Euphoria, Summer Magic, and it is a beautiful pen. I can quickly like flash them at you. Benu Pixie set. What is the magenta something? It's beautiful too. And I have the feeling that those were improved. So let me grab all of this stuff. So I bought 2 more Pilot Parallel pens so that I could so this is new. I cannot find the Monarch nib. It's down in the bottom of the basket. This is new. I have this pen here. This is a Mayfair Naria model. So these are both eyedropper fill pens. And this is a screw to post, and I do not enjoy posting my pens, I have found. Screw posting my pens at all. So I am going to replace this pen with this pen, and then I will probably not sell this pen. I will use this in my play pouch. With nibs that I'm not so sure about. Maybe the beak nib that is, I don't know if I like it or not. Just to see, maybe I'll fill it with a permanent ink to see if it would work for sketching. Because this pen is not basically a pen that I want to have in my regular lineup. I can just play with it, basically. So it's gonna be a play pen. And I need to update all of my lists as well, man. So this I will swap out and put in here. And then I will actually clean out the nib. I think that this is also just like gunked up because there's a little bit of ink, but it looks like it's a goner. So that is that. And then Benu had reached out to me and asked if I wanted to collaborate again. And so I said yes. And I picked 2 things. I picked a hand-painted pen. This is the Summer Magic. And I want to film a real big video about it and share. This is hand-painted. And these storks. Now, I got it and I looked at it and I was like, okay, nice. And then I started to read the product description and I was like, I don't know. I also like, now I want to know about storks. Like what's their natural habitat? Where can you see them? Why is this with the moon right here? Are storks, this is supposed to, if I didn't forget or read it incorrectly, the emerald, it's like a chameleon color. There's purple chatoyance on there. It's supposed to represent palm trees, but are storks where palm trees are? That's like, okay, well, subtropical storks, is that a thing even? So I want to find out more about storks. I requested it with a fine nib because that seems to be my sweet spot. I have been on and off with euphorbias. I had collected, I think, 3, maybe even 4. I don't know where they are now. Right here. These 2 are the ones that are here. I think I had the confetti milkshake and I also had the Earl Grey, and I sold both of them because these are my ride or die Benu euphorbias. I just can't see myself getting rid of these 2. And so when I requested this one, I was wondering, am I going to add this to my collection now? Am I going to keep it? Like, there's nobody here who says I can only have this many pens in my collection. But I thought this would be a good addition because it's not blue, it's purple. But then I'm like, now I'm like, maybe I should have picked a different color because I need to research about storks. Basically is what it comes down to, because they are so irritating me right now. So, but I will film a video with information about this, and it does feel really nice. It looks gorgeous. And I cannot imagine what tiny brush you need to use in order to make this, like, the attention to detail, like the amount of color that was just used in this wing right here is stunning. I am impressed. And just for the mastery of this detailed work, I think it deserves to be kept. So I need to put this somewhere for video make. Maybe that is where this goes. Yeah, I want to, in that Benu Euphoria video, I need to look back on if I weighed and measured the Euphoria here, this one, when I shared that on my channel. Because I don't really, but maybe it's necessary to come with redundant. This is a broad nib. So I do have nibs that I can swap out and exchange for different sizes. And then I also requested this Benu Pixie set because I have so many play inks that I thought I would want to use these for as a, you know, with the grip section of the Pilot Parallel. So what I'm thinking of doing is most likely is I have a goddaughter in Germany that I am visiting in the summer, and she has to use fountain pens in school. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking the medium nib. This would also make a lot of sense. I will film a video showcasing all 3 of those. We will dip test all 3 of those nibs. But I think what I'm going to do is gift this one to her when I see her in the summer. But I will exchange the nib from the fine to the medium nib so that she can use it better. And I have the weird feeling that my Benu Pixie is different, but maybe that's just an impression, because when I post this, it doesn't pop off. The back doesn't pop off anymore at all. Like I hold this and it works. When I use this and I post this, then very often what happens is that this comes loose, and there we go. So, and this is tight. I don't feel that looseness in this Benu as I feel it here. So I have heard several people say that there is a Pixie 2.0. I have not done any research just yet. Maybe I will reach out to my Benu contact, which is basically everybody's contact, because all of us are sharing Benu collaborations on YouTube all the time. If it is a new one, because look, I mean, this is a tight thing. So, wow, okay, it doesn't even, it's like I have to put force on this. So that is very impressive to me. So maybe I need to use this one as a parallel thing, so that if I want to use the Benu Pixie as a writing pen, this is not happening. So yeah, my plan is to keep these two, gift this one to my goddaughter. These two, I will show you how I am going to convert them. The idea is to dip test all three of them and then convert two of them to pilot parallel things. But probably what I'm going to do is convert this one and keep one of those. Which one would you keep for writing? I feel like this one. And then these two for, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's that. These are so stunning, man. I love them. Such a beautiful, so beautiful. I especially love the, I think it's the blue right here that is in here. I don't think there's blue here. There's only silver here. But they're just stunning pens, man. I love, Benu is on a roll recently with all those color combinations that they came out with for those Pixies. So I'm glad I was able to get these, and I'm glad that I'm able to share them with you. There will be separate videos for both. I'm not going to combine them because, you know, I'm wordy and I fear that if I combine these two pens in one video, nobody else ever going to watch it. So let me grab the cap for this one. So I had to take notes because I thought these ideas were really good. This is one of my newest pens. This is the Ursa Miner from White Bear Pens. I put on here my Custom 74, Pilot Custom 74 medium nib, and every time I use this pen, I am in love. I'm so glad that I did this. This is the perfect pen and nib combination. I was a bit afraid that this was going to be too small for me, but it works so well. The way the cap posts on this pen and the grip section is great. I am so in love with this. I'm thinking of maybe even getting another one. Yeah. If I can snag one up over the next whenever I have enough funds to snag another one up, maybe that will then be my permanent black ink and fine monarch nib pen. I have not found the Monarch nib in my stash, but maybe we can finish this. But I also sent out all of the inks that I received from, but I did keep some. So how do I need to count. So that is that. I already put out Lamy Sepia, but I did, okay. That is gone. I cannot count that in here as well either. So I think I need to count. Let's do the, yeah, I haven't sold any pens yet. I put some on the side, two on the side, because I do think of letting go of these two. Because I'm just, so here's the thing. I'm currently in my maker pen era. I have found a way to make these pens work well for me. Found the sailor nibs, the pilot nibs that I put on here, the sig nibs that work on here. That is all working really well. I have enough Benu pens that I just don't see myself reaching for this one. And if I am inking up an Esterbrook SC, it's usually the Funky Lake one, I believe is the color, the teal one. And so I'm not sure, especially with this one. This one, if you're interested and you want to get a good deal on this pen, please reach out. With this one, I'm like, what if it's just a phase and I'm coming back to this one and then I'm sad that it's gone? I'm not sure. I feel like that is not something that I can do, but who tells me what to do and what not to do? I was like, you know, if I have one of those caps, these sealing caps here, and I put my fine Monarch nib on here with permanent black ink, wouldn't that be like, I would at least need to try it, right? Because I had the idea. So what if that's like the best thing ever? But also it feels like a missed opportunity to use the fine Monarch nib on a maker pen. So there's that. So I haven't sold any pens because every time I look at my pens in both pen cases, and it's maybe I have so many pens and now I'm like, I just don't see that it's a ton. But I look at these and I'm like, I don't really see anything that I can let go, that I want to let go of, because it's already so little. So this is the one pen case, and then I have this pen case. Yeah, I could reduce one of these, maybe, but like that's not a ton of money invested in here. So like I'm not recovering so many funds that is even a thing. So I can just keep it. These are all maker pens. Maybe I could let go of one of my Mayfair pens, but the only Mayfair pen that I'm currently, like, I have now 5. Yeah, I see. These are all just like, I love them for different reasons. And this one I just can't really sell with a good conscience because I don't like it. And it needed a repair. So the threads, I think, are shorter on this one than on the other ones. Yeah, see? So to me, again, this is something that I'm like, I don't feel good selling this. So yeah, there's not a lot of duplicates. All these are, I think, all 4, 5. No, I think he makes more models, but of this type of pen. This is the Narya model. This is the Vanyar model. And this is the one that I bought first. And this is the one that I like. The design of it is the one that now I'm like, I think I like this type of design, the Noldor and the Goldberry. I like that a little bit more than this one. But also I really love this part of the section. So I don't really want to let go of that one either. And then this one is a eyedropper fill pen. So yeah, no, not really looking to let any of these ones go. Also, how could I? This is so loud. And so fabulous. So yeah, it's really hard right now for me to find any pens that I would like to let go of. And so I'm just accepting that my current state is acquisition still, and that it's not, that there's nothing. I have honed down the pens that I owned previously, so much so that I just don't have any pens that are redundant or, yeah. So I guess I'm accumulating still. So, oh, but I did actually, I don't know if they were in my list though. Let's check. I did let go. I still have this one. This one is gone. This one is gone. This one is still here. And then I also let go of this Jinhao 80. Sad, sad story. So I sent a care package to a friend with a ton of ink, one of the folded nibs that I made. I send them, what is it called? Silicone grease to grease the section of eyedropper pens. I sent them a lot of stuff that I saw. They are a YouTuber as well, that they talked about on their videos that I thought they would like to try. I sent them a lot of ink bottles from Amy, samples that they requested, and the package is lost. And I'm really sad about that. So I did get rid of one of those. So maybe I need to update my... The other thing I need to do is update my pen list. On sheets. Because this clearly isn't current anymore. So this one, for instance, is not, it doesn't matter because I am counting all the pens in this rotation here. It, like in this list, it doesn't matter if they're functional pens. It doesn't matter if they're just here and I'm not currently using them. If they are in my possession, they count towards the total pen count. I decided at the beginning of the year that I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm okay with grouping them into different pen groups, and maybe I need to do another state of the collection as well, so that I can, you know, see if there's any mistakes. State of the collection. I can totally categorize them into these different categories, and that's totally fine. But I'm not going to take out the number 10 or 14 or however many those are and reduce them from my total pen count number, because that's not true and it doesn't make any sense. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. Where is that? I'm going to update this number, the pen number, and I'm going off the number here, which is 70. I just found that the Jinhao 80 I passed along, so that would be out June 20th. The others I had already taken out because I was going to gift them away at a specific time. When I found a friend that I would like to give it to. That was Monday, so that was June 23. 2025 is out. Jinhao 80. I will update this state of the collection, but where am I going to put it? Because I guess this can just go into the regular thing. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do that. Jinhao 80 is out, so how do we do this? Total number of pens. This is not straight. How could I? Why? Okay. Total. In 1, 2, 3, 4. I am not counting the one because I already know that I'm gifting this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2 is 5. What is wrong? Why are you not settling down and sleeping, friend? Max, what's up? You don't want to be here? No, we're not eating stuff. Go settle down. Come on. Relic pens, White Bear, Mayfair. Did I count incorrectly? 6 pens. Mayfair, Benu times 3, and then out is the S1 is the Jinhao. So that gives me a total number of pens of, if 70 was the last time, and we just assume that that is correct, then we add 6, so we are at 75. So with the ink bottles, that's also quite a bit of a thing. I am not, again, I had play pens and I split them off, kept the same number. I'm doing the same thing for my inks, even though I only added 8 bottles from the 75 that Amy gave me to my ink drawer that I have the intention of putting into a fountain pen. But I also kept 21 bottles that felt like they were really cool inks to play with. With all of those ink bottles and the ones that I already owned previously, it doesn't mean that they're going to stay in my collection forever. But I'm not going to make a distinction and say, okay, these 8 count, these 21 don't. Because if I do that, then in theory I can't, like, you know me, I'm a stickler to the rules. But in theory, I could never use one of the play inks in my pens because they're not part of the inky inks. So I'm just going to, this is just a number. It's a keep track of the amount of stuff that I have, but it's not at a certain point, this number has to make you feel guilty or you need to get rid of this. So I'm keeping track of those because I want to, not because the numbers mean anything. They are not, the number does not have a negative or a positive connotation with it. So, long story short, I'm going to count these. So I kept this, which makes it complicated because I didn't write down how many inks I got rid of, which then would mean that I need to do 75 minus 29 so I did not get any more new inks, but I added 75 from Amy to my collection and I let go of 46 of those. So that means this number is going down by 46. So all of Amy's bottles that I did not want to keep. So that makes it's 140 minus 40 is 100, minus 6 is 94. I think just because to make it more visible. So I started, now we're at 75 and I'm going to do a state of the collection video, maybe not video, just writing it back down again right after I filmed this, because I want to make sure that I'm still using the correct numbers. But let's check the very first. So I started with 70 pens, and in the 6 months since I counted these pens, I went from 70 to 75. Which I think is pretty good. It seems like there is still some pens, or mostly maker pens, that I probably want to add. But I also have pared down all the other pens in my collection for now, which is a good feeling. And then with the inks, of course, because Amy gifted me a shit ton of ink just recently, my amount of inks has grown tremendously from 59 to 94. But actually, that really does not, it's very weird to say this, but it doesn't really concern me at all. It is what it is. So I think because I've been babbling on about pens and inks for a while, I do really also want to film another, you know, just a pen chat, because I am, where are we now? So I haven't inked the Mayfair. I want to ink that Summer Magic when I film the video. I'm at max with inked pens, so I really want to make sure that the pens that are in here are still working for me. There's enough ink in them that I can use them for another month, that they bring me joy. I think this one is almost empty, unless I re-inked it. Yeah, so this one is almost out. So maybe I need to do another chatty video about inking and uninking. I also, it's the end of June and I haven't really used my pens much this month. Every time I use them, I enjoy them quite a bit. The only one that I'm not too happy with is this specific one right here, because the what is that? Evaporation makes the ink color just so much darker that this one is one where I'm like, I don't really enjoy using it. Or it bugs me. When I use it, I get triggered, you know. So maybe I can check the ink levels in that video and then see what colors still speak to me, what I want to ink, what colors I want to use next. I'm kind of in a stagnant, might not be the right word, but I slowed down quite a bit. I'm not having that itch to swap out my pens and inks all the time. I do really want to use ink up this one, but yeah, and I also felt like maybe I should try this medium nib again to see how I feel about it, because I've used this fine nib and it's just not hitting the right spot. So this would be a contender, but also I'm really very hesitant of selling these types of pens right now. This one, I don't even know if I could get this again. I'm super hesitant because I've been experiencing these phases, cycles, and I think you might have too, where you like something and then you gravitate towards something else, and then for some reason you end up in the place where you started, and none of that feels bad. All of those phases feel good, and it would be stupid to sell something when I've already made that discovery of myself, that I'm going through phases. I like fine nibs for a while, then I'm gravitating towards the bolder nibs again, and then I'm slowly moving back that way. So yeah, maybe that's just not the right pen right now, you know? So that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I can chat through and pick some in, swatch some inks. I really love swatching inks too, so that would be something really fun. Making one of those for this pen would be funny. I already have the perfect ink for this actually, so I want to film a video about that one too. Yeah, this is it from me for now. I do have quite a few things I still want to talk about soon, so I will see you again in a new video. Until next time, bye.